wife walked up to me and said, "You're such a good Sindhi girl. Why are you doing this? You could have been married by now."
We had our firstborn 4.5 years ago, and my wife was in the hospital for 4 days, and I obviously chose to stay with her.
Absolutely.
And both the mothers were like, "नहीं, हम रह जाएंगे, भाभी, someone will come." And then I was celebrated outside that my son-in-law or my son has spent 4 days because no one else in the family has done that.
And for me as an actor, to do something that I've not done before in terms of not having that much dialogue. If you realize there was so much dialogue.
Yeah.
I wished that I had, a bunch of friends who I could just rant away or, just spend time because it brought me joy.
Hey guys, and welcome to Marinda Chawla's page. On today's episode, we are going to be having a conversation with the cast of Do You
my
Want a
God.
Partner? What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
You have woken me up.
I told you.
Did you have to do that?
Yes, I have to.
Listen,
I
you've
have to.
woken my child up who's 6 kilometers away.
Finally. Let's do this. Okay. What I love about Do You Want a Partner is the jugaad.
Are we back to just
Yeah, we're
normal?
back to normal.
Okay,
Don't
great.
worry.
Okay.
So what I love about Do You Want a Partner is that the jugaad. Okay. So we're going to begin with jugaads first. When was the first time you realized that, oh, jugaad, ye jugaad hai?
We live in Mumbai.
Facts.
I mean, Jugaad has been an essential part of our lives from the very beginning.
Yeah.
So yeah, I learned about it a long, long time ago, and I love it. I love every bit about Jugaad.
Living for jugaad.
Living for it.
Tamanna, aap?
I have to say one thing कि जुगाड़ is actually a very Indian emotion. मैंने जितना भी आज तक ट्रैवल किया है, सॉरी टू से बट वो काफ़ी लकीर के फ़कीर हैं. मतलब दे रियली लाइक अगर उनको अगर इस तरीके से अगर वो कोई चीज़ की जाती है, उनको कुछ भी अगर उसमें से एक वेरिएबल भी चेंज कर दो तो वो बहुत ही झटपटा जाते हैं. और हमें तो मतलब आदत है कि अभी कुछ ना कुछ तो बिगड़ेगा, कोई ना कोई तो मेस करेगा काम को, तो फिर you have to kind of cover up for other people. But so I think jugaad is a very Indian emotion.
Absolutely. I think to what you even said, it's a lot got to do with हमारा upbringing also, right? कि बचपन से हमको माँ बाप बताते हैं कि सब अच्छा नहीं होने वाला है. So you have to prepare mentally for everything to not go great.
So what's great about it is it's actually really reassuring, because when you know that you'll figure it out and you'll fix it. There's always some jugaad, right, to be able to fix something. It's such a reassuring thing where you know that you've got your like somebody's got your back, something has got your back, right?
What about you, Nakul? Jugaad?
यार हम बड़े ही विचित्र देश में रहते हैं और बड़े ही खूबसूरत देश में रहते हैं जहाँ 1.5 अरब लोग साथ में रहते हैं. अगर 1.5 अरब लोग वही रिसोर्सेज, वही चीज़ों का इस्तेमाल करेंगे, अगर आपको जीवन में कुछ भी चाहिए थोड़ा जुगाड़ करना पड़ेगा, है ना. एंड लाइक आई थिंक टाइम सेड कि जब आप हार जाते हैं, मतलब मुझे याद है कि मैं कहीं कॉफ़ी और पेस्ट्री ले ली तो 6 पाउंड प्लस 3 पाउंड कैलकुलेटर पे होगा, क्योंकि तब जाके बताएंगे आपका बिल है 9 पाउंड. मतलब यहाँ पे तो बोलेंगे अच्छा ये ले लीजिए, है ना. तो शी इज़ राइट. I think we survive on it, we thrive on it, and we enjoy it.
That's true. Yeah. That is so true.
It's actually the best thing.
You know, when I watch the show, what I like, and I've watched 2 episodes by the way of Do You Want a Partner, and the one thing that I really like is how y'all actually spoke about something that women can be powerful entrepreneurs, and you know how when these 2 girls want to do something, how the entire world is just constantly telling them, oh, your gender, is an important part of it. Like I remember this one part, we're on a call and you're like, bro, this is not, I'm the same person, you know what I mean? And I like how the conversation, but it was not preachy, if you know what I mean. No. Okay, now was that something also you noticed when you were reading it on paper? Okay, yeah, this is not preachy, I like
100%.
this, it's cool.
It was, even when I read it on paper, at a stage where it was not yet entirely at its 100%, it was not preachy. And so that's one thing that was there from the very beginning, and I think it's something that was very consciously thought of, that even though the show is going to have a little bit of a, I wouldn't call it a social message, but it's just bringing certain things to light, the things that we genuinely face on a regular basis as women. But the conscious decision was to do that without it being preachy, and just because preachy eventually gets boring, and nobody wants to listen to a lecture at the end of the day, right? So, and even real life, when these things happen to us, they don't happen to us in a preachy manner or in in entirely victimizing manner where you're like sitting in a corner and crying.
Yeah.
You know, it happens sometimes so often to us on such a regular basis that it's just become you become immune to
Immune
it. So
to
you don't
it.
even react to it sometimes. So sometimes
Yeah.
you know that it's happening, but you're like, yeah, okay, I mean, whatever. You've kind of accepted it, which is
Yeah.
unfortunate, but it's true. Or
Yeah.
you'll joke about it, or
Yeah.
you know, vent about it to your friend, but then you move on.
True.
Right? So that's the real world way of
Dealing
with it. So that's what we
Absolutely.
brought into the show as well.
Wow, I like the way you've put it. Tamanna, when was it that you last time realized that, hey, why would you tell me this? Would you tell this to a guy? Like, what was the last thing that probably somebody said to you and you were really like baffled by it?
I was in a hotel and I went for a meeting and I was with my father and the person who owned that hotel, his wife walked up to me and said, "You're such a good Sindhi girl, why are you doing this? You could have been married by now."
Okay.
This is something I was told and it was so weird because I was doing a meeting with someone else
Okay.
and I'm not here to meet them.
Them, yeah.
But they've actually walked up to me, made conversation, exchanged pleasantries, and then given me this very strong opinion
So
of theirs.
Weird, right?
And you know, while I looked at that woman's face, I actually very empathetically, as a young girl, felt like that's because I just don't want to end up like her.
Yeah.
You know, so tone deaf to what women are going through in the whole world.
True.
And yeah, I feel like that these are like these very critical moments which kind of make you sit up and think.
Yeah. You know what I also like in the show is every time both of y'all were doing something, or even the fact that he managed to crack the recipe, I was like, yay! It felt like a personal win. I'm like,
Correct.
I am a part of this show suddenly. You know what I mean? And it very naturally and organically happened. You know that entire part where you're also brewing, you're also very passionate about beer, and then you suddenly are like, guys, wait 1 minute, don't touch anything, and then you go and get your child. That scene just said so many things to me without even like in your face, if you know what I mean. Tell me what went down when you were shooting that scene.
I mean, I actually, that bit of it I borrowed from personal life. This question you asked both of them, you could have also asked me.
No, of course I was gonna change that.
No,
to you
I'm just
after
having
that.
fun. I'll tell you, but why you haven't asked me, because you've assumed that the man won't have felt it, right? But I'll give you an example here. We had our firstborn 4.5 years ago, and my wife was in the hospital for 4 days, and I obviously chose to stay with her.
Absolutely.
And both the mothers were like, "Nahi, hum reh jayenge, bhabhi, someone will come." And then I was celebrated outside that my son-in-law or my son has spent 4 days because no one else in the family has done that, right? And I was like, well, how is that how that is normal, right? You would do that for a partner.
Yeah.
I go to drop my son every day to school, and I do that because I feel that is my chance to create that emotional connection now.
True.
Because फिर उनकी ज़िंदगी अपनी होगी. And as a father, I feel that the generation before us has not had that. They've not had the privilege because they've had to work hard to give us this privilege.
Yeah.
Now that I have some amount of privilege where I can choose कि मुझे सुबह वक्त निकाल के जाना है, I choose to do that, and there are very few men. There are mostly women, right?
Yeah.
And they look at you and they celebrate you. Wow, you showed up every day.
Yeah.
So I feel like there is some amount of skepticism also कि अरे वाह ये कैसे, how is this, like, is this happening? But I think it's society's conditioned us, right?
Yeah.
Just like I think it happened with her, like another woman actually told her this. It's the same way I got celebrated by like my family for like Janki's like, oh, I expect this, right?
Yeah.
And I would expect that of myself.
Yeah.
So I think it's very normal, and so I don't have to think about it. It's just naturally who I am, and I feel all of us kind of borrow from जो हमारी निजी जिंदगी होती है ना, कुछ चीजें जो आपके रोल में आप ओवरलैप कर सकते हो
जी,
आप करते हो क्योंकि आपका जो जिंदगी का अनुभव होता है वही तो आप दर्शा सकते हो ट्रूथफुली. So I think all of that I felt very sort of maternal, what's the word, sorry, paternal for a father? Paternal for, right? So it kind of felt very sort of organic and
organically.
yeah.
Nice, sweet. Coming to you, you started the year with a bang. Chhaava happened to you, and damn, what a film it was. And I was like, wow, we've really missed you on screen. Why
It's very
does it
kind of
take-
you to say that because
You were so
it was,
good in it.
yeah, but it was also a pretty small
But
part, and not. I mean, I wasn't expecting people to really sit up and take notice because sometimes you feel like it can be forgotten.
Do you underestimate yourself?
I do actually
Why?
quite a bit. I don't know. It's my personality. But having said that,
This
the
sound
reason
like a therapy session, sorry.
I know.
Yeah, it did sound like
I was like, what happened here?
But having said that, just to come back to what you were saying, that was one of the main reasons that I wanted to do that part, is because it appealed to me from a completely different point of view, where I felt that even though it's a small part, I felt it was significant in a way where, and for me as an actor, to do something that I've not done before in terms of not having that much dialogue. If you realize there was not much dialogue in there,
But I think
but
your
there
eyes
was
spoke
just the
so much.
silences that made it that much more challenging, and I wanted to take that on as just a thing to do. And of course, just do a period film, which I've never done before, and princess vibes.
Which is great.
So thank you.
Always. Tamanna, talking about you, I know you also have a real life girl gang. And
Yes.
there is a rapport that you share there, and I've heard a lot of that conversation also, where you are always there to support them, and it's so refreshing to hear that side, because we've seen Tamanna, we see on screen,
Yeah.
but there are so many times I've heard like, bro, like she'll really call you and she'll really pump you up. I'm like, what? You really do that? Okay. Did you while you were shooting, do you want a partner? Did you borrow a lot from there too?
I think it's been a couple of years where I have now very consciously, growing up, I didn't have a sense of community. Although I have always been a girl's girl, I didn't have a sense of community with many women, because I don't think they shared the same sentiment as I did. So I realized that as you grow older in life, everything that you don't have, you build. And for me, building a girl gang just came from this place that I wished that I had, a bunch of friends who I could just rant away, or just spend time, because it brought me joy. And I'm super lucky that in the past, I think, couple of years, I think I've developed some very strong female friendships. I always had them, but I had them like in different places, different people. But now we have an actual group, which is a lot of fun.
Is your group called something? Do we have a group name?
No, we don't have a name yet, but there's a lot of pressure on me to name it.
You should name it.
So I think I will soon come up with a suitable name for it.
Perfect. And the last one, because my time's up, the last one coming away quickly, guys. Friends play a very important role in our lives. Okay, 3 qualities that you look out for in your friend. Go for it. 3 adjectives.
Adjectives. Oh,
Yeah.
oh God, adjectives. You want to go first?
Yeah, go for it, Tamanna. 3 adjectives.
I mean, I am a big Zakir fan, so I'm like chalability, which is like, I will tell you where, just chalo, don't ask me where, but we are going. That, and I feel like just invoking joy. Like, I think I bond with people who I'm just joyous to be around, and I also want to be that person in their life. And support. I think genuine support.
True.
Yeah, these 3 things.
Nakul, 3 qualities.
I think someone who, like, crazy friends who are equally wanting to take on adventures with you of any kind. Honest, because they should be able to tell you on a bad day that this is something which I don't appreciate, or you could do better. And I think the third is someone who's ambitious, and I feel ambitious not in the sense of like seeking success, but seeking life.
Like growth mentality.
That is
Seek
so
life,
true.
yeah?
That is so true.
And I feel like as I've sort of matured in age and life, a lot of my close friends who I kind of grew up with, and now I feel emotional for them and towards them, but I don't feel the same kind of mojo, because
I get you. I absolutely
we are
get you.
mentally sort of looking for different things. That doesn't mean that I'm in the right place or they're not in the right place. We're just looking for different things. So I just hope and pray that friends who I have are on the same trajectory and find it in their own space and way.
So I have a thing where I say I don't think we are vibrating at the same level. So yeah, that's that.
Same
What
thing.
about you?
I know it sounds cliche, but all my relationships are based very heavily on trust. because for
True.
me that's everything.
Yeah.
And if somebody messes with me, like it's a scorpion trait, but like you can just cut them out forever. And I have that. It's a very.
You're a scorpion?
I'm a scorpion.
You're a scorpion?
Yeah.
When? November? November?
Yes. November 2nd.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Shah Rukh and I share a birthday.
Cute.
That's my claim to fame.
No, please don't
Wow,
say
love
that.
it.
Anyway, so yeah,
I can't even call her a mini Shahrukh. She's hardly mini.
Love it.
So second would be people that encourage me to be myself.
Okay.
You don't want to pretend and
Yeah.
this facade and whatever.
Yeah.
And the third is people that really, I mean, for me, showing up is really important. So
Sure.
if somebody can show up for you no
For
matter what,
sure.
good times, bad times, doesn't matter, but they need to show up.
Loves. But thank you so much, guys. That was
Thank
my
you.
time
Thank
with
you.
all three of you all.
Thank you.
Hoping and praying for a lot of success for all three of you all. Also, congratulations to all of three of you all individually.
Thank
For Chhaava, Bahubali is really releasing 10. What after
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, it's after
and
10 years.
Fatherhood, sir.
Thank you.
Hoping to see you guys super soon. Congratulations and all the very best for
Thank
Do You
you.
Want a Partner. I'm going to see you guys super soon. Till then, this one is a wrap.